Even New York may get 5 inches of snow with about a ½ inch of glaze ice thrown in as well. How much snow? This is how much is on the ground right now. Still 4 to 8 from the Twin Cities on south. It's been cold enough. At least we haven't lost what little snow we have. But look at this, a huge chunk of central and northern Minnesota, 2 to 4 inches. Some spots up in the Brainerd Lakes area have seen about 8 inches all winter. That's about a quarter to a fifth as much snow as should have fallen as of this date. Temperatures now at this hour, for the most part, teens. We're getting cold exhaust on the backside of that storm system. One more shot, one more Yukon slap, and then things definitely improving. It's all uphill starting later this week, back into the 20s. The computer's hinting, just hinting, at 40 degrees next week, at least some 30s. Tomorrow we're looking at 8 degrees for your frozen Valentine. Crunchy flowers and frozen chocolate. It's going to be a cold Valentine's Day. Not a record, but certainly another character-building day. All right, your forecast for the next 7 days, -3 tonight, 8 above tomorrow with bright sunshine, and the 7-day forecast looks encouraging. Average now is 28. We will be close to average by Friday and Saturday, and above average next week, some 30s, even a shot at 40 degrees, dancing in the streets. You'll see people dancing out here. I can't wait.
I can't either.
Bring it.
Very timely forecast. Thank you.
You're welcome.
The $52 million man is reporting to spring training.
And so do dozens of photographers. And the Timberwolves deal with a trading deadline next in sports.
Men and women aren't always good at communicating with each other. So how come when it comes to talking, we don't speak the same language? Good question. Tonight at 10.
The biggest names in country are coming to play.
You're always thinking Mark Rosen has contrived the Valentine's trifecta. You are brilliant.
Oh, thank you very much. So, everything's happening tomorrow night. Nothing going on tonight, of course, in the local sports world. Everything tomorrow night, including the Minnesota Timberwolves, who Kevin McHale said a couple weeks ago were better than an 8th-place playoff team. You may have to rethink that. It's time to reassess the Minnesota Timberwolves. Stumbling along at 3 games under 500 with the All-Star break coming up this weekend and the trading deadline a week from Thursday. That means figuring out if Mike James is part of the picture. He was the team's biggest offseason signing, but he's been struggling all season to fit in. And when rookie Randy Foye moved into the starting lineup on Sunday, James moved back into the rumor mill again. He's handling it, well, like the veteran, the well-traveled veteran that he is.
You just keep playing. You know, when the trade talks come in, you let your agent deal with that, you know, and there's nothing you can do about that. If it's not a good situation here, then you move on. You know, if both parties are not happy, then, you know, you do something about that. If you know, they always say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But if it's broke, well, get a wrench, screwdriver, or hammer, something.
The Wolves face the Nuggets tomorrow night at Target Center without Allen Iverson, who has a sprained ankle that he announced today will also keep him out of the All-Star game. Iverson is averaging 27 points and 8 assists since being traded to Denver, but he's missed 7 of the last 8 games because of his ankle problems. The offseason for the Vikings promises more intrigue than most of the forgettable regular season, starting with the free agent signing period beginning on March 2nd. Mike Max starts with the Vikings in this week's News and Notes.
If the Vikings' Jermaine Wiggins has his wish, he'll play elsewhere. Sources tell me he's let Brad Childress know it's okay to cut him and he will move on. Look for Gopher coach Tim Brewster to do a barnstorming tour through Minnesota this summer as part of the PR campaign. Among the options being explored for the Gophers' spring football game is playing it outdoors at a facility such as a high school that already has turf if NCAA rules permit. Former Gopher basketball player Corky Taylor's son Chris, a senior at Wayzata High School, is slated to play basketball next year at Brown University. In fact, there could be a Minnesota flavor to the Ivy League. Blake's Blake Williams, the Metro's leading scorer, is scheduled to visit Dartmouth this weekend. Henry Sibley's Phil Haig, who is heading to Illinois, could make history. If he earns all-conference in basketball, that would mean he's earned all-conference in 5 different sports. Don Lucia tried to inspire offense with a 13-minute highlight tape featuring all the goals the team had scored prior to the Alaska series. And former Gopher women's basketball player Jamie Broback, now coaching at Breck as an assistant, is still working towards a career in the WNBA or overseas in Europe.
And a reminder, you can hear Maxie nightly over on WCCO Radio. Are you ready for Dice K-Mania? Daisuke Matsuzaka reported to the Red Sox camp in Fort Myers to start earning his $52 million contract.
Wow.
24 still photographers and a dozen TV cameras followed his every move. He just showed up today, but all they saw was a 20-minute long toss session with a minor league catcher. And finally, Amelia, the Super Bowl of dog shows, the Westminster Kennel Club Best in Show Finals are tonight at the sold-out Madison Square Garden. Now, I'm not quite sure if I will ever understand how the judges decide what makes a terrier best in show over a toy poodle. Then again, does it really matter? Just watching the owners prance around the garden and thinking of Fred Willard's commentary from the hilarious movie Best in Show does it for me. Of course, we will have the winners tonight at 10 o'clock. So
can't wait for that. And Don mentioned Bill Cosby last night. Yes. He does have a dog in there, and didn't the dog win, or am I giving away the winner?
No, tonight. You can't give it away. It hasn't happened. He won his category, I guess. Yeah, the cause.
The cause.
Hey,
the dog.
Hey.
The cause's dog.
Yes.
Thank you.
We made that clear, I think.
Wow. Time to see what's at 10. Don, I'm glad I won't be in the building when this story airs tonight at 10.
Yeah, I understand, Frank. Men think women talk too much. They think we don't listen. So why aren't we speaking the same language? That's a good question. Plus, 2 statues stolen from a Twin Cities park have been found. But you won't be happy when you hear what happened to the sculptures of the boys playing. That's coming up tonight at 10.
All right. Thanks, Don. We were getting some commentary while you were talking about that men and women story.
You don't listen. You don't listen. Before we go, the ultimate Valentine's Day present, and it even comes wrapped. A Hollywood photographer bought his fiancée a waterside home in England, and he made sure it was a surprise by covering it in waterproof paper. The home cost $1.5 million US, and the photographer says after this he shouldn't have to worry about Valentine's gifts for a while.
No, he should be off the hook for a long time.
He pretty much should,
for a lifetime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what happens after you get married.
Lifetime
you kind
rights.
of forget, I think.
Do you forget?
I've talked to him.
Oh. You had it good, though, while we were dating. Try to remember that.
Remember the good years.
Remember those years.
The ancient history. Help me. What's going on tonight?
I'm not helping you. What?
No way.
Oh, let him hang.
20s later this week. Tomorrow, coldest in 44 years. Enjoy.
Chilly in here right now.
It is.
Very cold.
Thanks for joining us. Wheel of Fortune's next.
See you at 10.
Icy, actually.
How to get those online deals to work for you in store tonight at 10.